Right, hello everyone. In this video I'm going to be doing my last budget camping equipment buy of the year. The reason is, as we're getting further into winter, the camping equipment is going to have to become better and better, so that becomes more expensive. And you know, we've only got a couple of months now to the big Christmas time, and I don't really want to be spending £400 a month anymore on doing these sort of videos. I know people enjoy them, but I've got to start thinking of what I'm spending and stuff like that, because over the last couple of months I've spent too much money and I need to start saving up a little bit. Plus, I've got a lot of camping equipment in this room here, what I can do videos of, some winter setups. So this last one I'm going to do is a brand I've used their tent once before. I've used a sleeping bag before and their hammocks. And the company's called Nightcat. Now, Vegan Dan, he used their Nightcat tent about 4 weeks ago. And for the space in it, it was really good. So at the moment, we're on Amazon. Now, I have brought their camping air mat from the Nightcat website, just short of £40. So already it's cost me £40 for the air mat. So the main thing we're going to need is a tent. Very first thing I need to do is look for a tent. So the Nightcat tent, so there's one here, Nightcat tent, 3 to 4 person tent, waterproof, easy setup, camping and hiking. I'm not too keen on this one because it's got like a top that you have to put over. See what I mean by this here? I'm not too keen on that one, so we'll go back. This is a pop-up tent from Nightcat. Yeah, once again, I'm not too keen on the pop-up idea. Let's keep looking. Here we are. Let's look at this. This looks all right. Vegan Dan's got, this is the one Vegan Dan's got, I think, with the porchway. So it's an inner pitch first. It's not really good for winter time if it's raining. It's a quick setup before rain kicks in. It has fiberglass poles by the looks of it. That's the setup. The extra pole goes from here to the other side. 3 people, 1 man, and his luxury camping setup. So we will be getting that one. If I can add that one to the basket. Here we go, look, we can save £10 just by getting it in green. I don't want to play that video, so I don't want to get done for copyright. £100. So already I'm spending £140 on the tent and the air mat. So let's add this one to the basket. Add to basket. There we go. Now what I want to look for is a Nightcat sleeping bag. I had one of these last year, but I gave it to my youngest lad's sister, not my daughter, to somebody else. If that confused somebody. Nightcat. Yeah, I already gave that away so she could sleep in garden in it, so now I need to buy another one. Oh, I hate when things go wrong like this. Me and technology, we just don't mix. Here we go, this is not too bad. What's this one here? How's the price so much different? £107 to £39 to -15. See it there, -15. Let's have a look. Well, we're going with Nightcat solutions, so let's just add this to the basket. It's not adding to the basket as I'm doing it. I'll sort that out in a bit. Right, so there we go. add it to the basket. What I'll do, I'll go downstairs, whack my bank details in the Amazon. I don't store them because I'll just buy forever. I don't want to be doing that. Every day I'll be on here, let's buy this, let's buy that. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the stuff ordered and then we'll continue the video as and when it arrives. Right, so as you can see, the items have arrived. Here we have the nightcap air mat. A little bit noisy, there's something inside there what I will take a look at. Then we have the tent. Yeah, a little bit weighty, it's not exactly the lightest. And then we have the sleeping bag, what they say is -15 is the limit. -15, not a cat in hell's chance. Do you get it? Cat in hell chance? Yeah, not a cat in hell's chance, we'll take it out of -15. Right, so the first thing we're going to have a look at, like I just said, is the tent. We need to get the tent set up, then we can have a look at the air mat and the sleeping bag. Double layer 2-room tent. 2-room tent. 2 rooms it's saying. So you obviously got your sleeping area and a little bit of porch area where you can do some cooking. Gives you all the measurements in here. Do not iron, do not dry clean, do not washing machine. So you'll have to probably wash it down with a damp cloth. Right, anyway, let's get it out and let's have a little look at it, what we get. So your pegs, let's see the quality of the pegs. Yeah, just the standard ones that you normally get. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 pegs. The poles are fiberglass poles. I do prefer the lightweight poles, but they've done them in fiberglass. Maybe it's something they could look at in the future, but it is an £100 tent. So you get 2 different colour sets there. So these 2 here, if I can take it out, that'll be for the main part, and I guess this one here will be for the porch area. And then we've got the fly sheet and then the inner. Yeah, this is an old style design tent, this, but like I've just said, £100 beginner's tent. Should be alright. We'll get it set up and then we'll look at the quality. So straight away, I am going to say it's not a 4 seasons tent. There's too much mesh here. If there's more of this fabric stuff coming all the way up here, maybe all the way around with a few little spots of this mesh, then it'd be back into 3 seasons to 4 seasons. With all this mesh here, it's just a 2 seasons tent. So I did attach the porch pole to that pin there, about 10 inch down from the main front pole, and the opposite side there's one there as well. So when you're putting your fly sheet to the tent, you get some of these plastic hooks, and all you have to do is clip it over that part there. Now, I'm not sure about that. Seems to make it taut enough there, so it's not too bad. I don't think I've ever had a tent where you have to deal with this porch pole like this. It does have 2 air vents to help control the condensation build up. You'll find 6 the bright luminous green pull out cord here. I'd change that if I'm going to use this tent a lot more. I'd get rid of that colour. change them for darker green or maybe some black stuff. And what you can do, if it's a lovely summer's night and you want to have a nice view out from where you're camping, get your hiking poles, pull it out like this, and you've got some extra shelter if it starts raining as well. Now there's one thing I am very impressed with. That is the door. Look at the amount of room they give you to get in and out of the tent. And if you're not having your door closed, you want to roll it up. Gives you this clip here, just to clip it back onto the tent pole like that. You get two decent sized pockets, one at each end. And at the top, you get a hook for a lantern or somewhere to put your glasses. You do get a very generous vestibule area, so once the tent door's down, you've got room to store all your stuff and maybe boil some water in one of your stoves if necessary, but do make sure you have a door open for that. So my first impressions are, it's a really good sized tent for one person. They do say it's a 2 to 3 person, but I think one person, get your sleeping set up here, get your rucksack in the doorway, you can have a few bits of luxuries inside with you. Excellent room. It's well air vented. The net, or the mesh let's say, is B3 mesh. I don't understand all that. I think it's the size of the gaps within the mesh itself. 190T breathable material. Well, yeah, it is going to be very breathable. There's a lot of mesh around here. Now the outer fly sheet of the tent, it says 190T polyester cloth, PU 3000 hydrostatic head. I'm sure on Amazon it said 4000. Yeah, maybe that's something, you know, what we should look at. I think Nightcat should actually check it's right on Amazon to what they're saying on the instructions. An extra 1000, you know, if it's really bad weather, does that actually mean a lot. The bottom floor sheet is 150D Oxford cloth PU 3000 hydrostatic head as well, so waterproofness. Right, so what I've done is I've already inflated the air mat because there's a few things I want to show you about it, and there's one that's quite different to any other air mats online. Now when you get it out of the bag, you'll come across this, will just fall out. That's what we're rattling around earlier, and I wondered what it was. I thought, is it something they accidentally put in? But no, you're going to be surprised in a minute. So the air mat does have the inflatable puller, and you'll get your valve here, and you blow the valve up, and what you do with it, when the pressure builds up within the puller, you just squeeze it and then the air travels through the mat and inflates the mat. You can use one of them adaptable air pumps, so you can use that there, and the puller is a good thickness there. Or what you can do is, at the bottom here, there's like some polyester sponge or whatever it is inside there. And you take this valve off and then you just squeeze it. It sucks air into the sponge area, and you squeeze it again and it inflates the mat that way. But it will be quicker getting one of the things. Now, have you seen something what's unusual already? It's only a lantern built into the air mat. That is something I have never seen before on any air mat of any brand. This is something like, you know, completely different. It blew my mind away. It's a little lantern. And then when you get the thing what I showed you a second ago, you just get it on. There's a way of doing it. There we go. There's a little on and off button here. You can hang it from the top of the tent if you need to do, or you can just leave it on the air mat without getting it stuck, like so. And that'll project the light up instead of the light getting projected down. But your sleeping bag may cover that. Now, these clips here, you'll see some little black clips. This is so you can attach a couple of air mats together, just so you don't be slipping around a tent. You're not on top of each other at the end of the night. But what a different air mat this is. That lantern is something I've never seen before. Right, let's look at the next most important thing. Is the sleeping bag -15, not in this country, best we get down to is -7. But I'm sorry, but there's no way this sleeping bag will do to -15. You need a really good down sleeping bag. Like I said earlier, 10 degrees, let's go to 8 maybe. But apart from that, you're going to need a better sleeping bag. And underneath you, you'd need a better air mat for that, some of installation. But this is a budget video. This is summer to autumn. Let's say spring, summer, autumn camping. Anytime after that, as soon as you start feeling the cold, you need to upgrade your equipment. I've learnt that the hard way over all the years I've been camping. Now, I've had this sleeping bag about 6 months. I used it early summer and I'm all right in it. That's why I know you've got your spring, your summer and your autumn. Now they do say it here, the -15 is blowing my mind away. It's incredible how they think you can get down to that. Let's get on this air mat. Let's see just how comfortable it really is. So if you're someone like myself, I get, frustrated being in a sleeping bag because I move around so much through the night. Well, you can just use this as a quilt. You don't need to just use it as a sleeping bag. There you go. You've got a slightly over single duvet there. I like how they keep into the green colours. Green sleeping bag, air mat, tents. You can get this tent in like a coyote brown colour. But you know what? It's not bad as a budget setup equipment at all. I like how the zip didn't snag there either. There's one thing I've noticed, there's no zip baffle. Normal sleeping bags have like a baffle going down it behind the zip to keep your body heat inside it. There's no hood. I think that's something Nightcat should make one with a hood. And there's no neck baffle as well, so all your body heat will escape through this. So the -15 is out of the door. Absolutely not. For -15 sleeping bag, you've got to have a head part where the head's padded. You can draw it around your neck here. It's got a shoulder padded. It's just got to be a really good sleeping bag for that sort of temperatures. But like I've said a million times, a summer, autumn, it's not too bad. Yeah, there's something I'm very slightly concerned about here. The pillow is extremely firm. I need it a little bit softer, let's say. That is a downfall. That is a really downfall, that. So, here's my problem with the air mat. If you like your puller a little bit softer, the puller isn't separate unit to the rest of the air mat. So as you let your puller down to make it a little bit softer, you're actually letting a lot of the air down within the air mat. That is a massive, massive, massive letdown. You'd want this to stay comfortable and better adjust the puller separately. You let that down anymore, you're letting this down, and then your night's going to be uncomfortable. Wow. I had high hopes with sleeping mat. Oh, that is a pain. That is a real downer, that. I don't know how other people think about that. Do let me know in the comments. Let me know what you think about the problem with the air mat. I feel it should be a separate unit, so you can let this down as much as you want and this stays inflated. That is a massive, massive problem. The lantern is an absolute cracking idea. All this cost me £170. Is it going to be alright for a beginner's setup? The tent is, the sleeping bag will be alright. The air mat has let it down. I hate to be honest like this, but it really has. That needs to be a solid unit, like I've said. Wow. And it's not like the rest of the air inside it gets pushed out of it to fill up. No, that happens. The tent, 100%, £100 tent, perfect for what you need. The sleeping bag, like I've said, 3 seasons. The air mat needs looking at by night cats straight away. They need to sort that problem, because the lantern is fantastic, like I've just said. Now, on it, thing I can say is thanks for watching. If it's the first time you view my channel, you want to see more of this sort of stuff plus all my wild camping, click here by subscribing to my channel. I'll let YouTube suggest another video up there for you. But I'm going to get off. I'm going to see if I can contact Nightcat and let them aware about this sleeping mat needs to change. But thanks for watching, and I'll definitely see you next time.